President of Marketing for Blue Emu, Benjamin Blessing.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Let me see if I can do my Vince Willis impression. Are you ready to get trucking here in Martinsville?
That's how the engines are fired, and the time for us to go downstairs, check in with our pit reporters, Regan Smith and
Let's go trucking. I got my stream on my phone. Ooh, he's quoting Talladega Nights. That's original. Mercifully, this race is a short one, because we all know who's going to win anyway, and I would not stream this if I was not going to Martinsville this weekend. Once again, another truck race I'm not upset about missing, because you can see why.
And doing the smart move to win and be around in the end. So look out for the 99, who is second in the standings, having a great start to his season. Regan?
Josh, 2 weeks ago at Circuit of the Americas, it was Alex Bowman in the 7 truck. Fast forward to this week.
Willie B's in the 7 truck tonight. I bet on him because why the fuck not? I have like 0% chance of winning anything tonight. We've gained more subscribers in the last day or two. Who's making all the new accounts? That's what it has to be. Surely nobody's actually watching this stuff. Hey Karen, hey DFS, hey Michael.
To victory lane in the Truck Series, Byron with 7 NASCAR Truck Series victories on his resume. We're about ready to go truck racing at Martinsville. 31.
I'm glad I saved money on a ticket to this race. I would just go to the Cup race, but since Junior's racing, I was like, fuck it. If I'm going to go to an Xfinity race this year, it's going to be the one Junior's in, so why not? Make sure everything's working. It's Thursday night. You got nothing better to do. I got nothing better to do. Martinsville is like right at 3 hours from here. We're leaving here tomorrow around 12:30, 1 o'clock, heading that way. Regan Smith's a decent reporter. He's just a dumbass if you read his Twitter account. Regan is like the biggest NASCAR yes man in the world. So he's perfect for what they want on television. Bring back Dave Despain. He'd tell it how it is. Dave Despain always told it how it was. Paige, if you don't get the fuck off the back of my damn chair. Get off my damn chair. Quit clawing it. Dumbass cat. How much for the tickets? I think Xfinity was like $35 and it's general admission, and our Cup ticket was like $70. We're over near turn 2. We're up high at turn 2, so we're like at one end of the racetrack where you can see, I mean, it's a half a mile track, you can see everything, but Xfinity, I'll probably be sitting on the front stretch because it's general admission. I wish I had a local track to work at, but I wouldn't want to work there on Saturday night because I want to watch Cup racing and shit on Saturday night. Could do with missing some of these fucking truck races, though. This series is going down the shitter. From just a quality of racing and driver's standpoint, this series is going down the shitter. Sometimes it's fun to watch. I doubt tonight's one of those nights, but we'll see. 8 Toyotas. Well, 7 Toyotas in the top 8. I forgot Zane Smith's on the pole. Two streams in one day. I streamed GTA this afternoon for a couple hours. Won't be streaming anything this weekend, like I said, except maybe on Sunday I might do something. I looked at the weather. The weather's good for March. It's supposed to be fucking cold, though. I got to take like a hoodie or a jacket for the race. I guess I'll take my Guns N' Roses hoodie or something. Because it's going to be cold. It's going to be near freezing at the end of the Cup race. It's going to be like 33 degrees.
It is. Let's look at our Camping World track description. You can see just over a half mile in length.
That's a pretty good crowd for a truck race, I'm noticing here.
That's the flattest 12 degrees I've ever seen. 25 years and I felt no making. This place is symmetrical.
Yep, I'll be up in turn 2. I'll be able to see pit entry and exit.
Take a look at our race analysis. You see the length of the race is 105 miles. Stage 1 and Stage 2 are 50 laps apiece. Our final stage, 100 laps. Don't expect everyone to run to the end of that.
Yeah, I live in North Carolina.
To get points and pit, they will try to pit before
Western North Carolina.
And position them for that final stage with track position. They can go as many as 135 or 45 laps.
Starting lineups brought to you by Blue Emu, and they are set by the metric as qualifying was rained out earlier this afternoon.
There's row 2, a couple of my guys. I'm going to go up against Kyle Busch with you fellas. Stuart Friesen, great short track racer. Christian Eckes, too, a winner last year. Strong, not there this year. A couple of guys that really need some good runs. And there's old Matt Crafton. His buddy Johnny Sauter's going
You might go to Road America this year. Hope you get a good spot. It's a big-ass track.
Hey, Johnny, Michael Waltrip for the Fox team. Do you copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, it's awesome to see you back. You've won 4 times here at Martinsville.
It'll be good to get a 2-week break from streaming anything.
That's an understatement.
I'll be appreciative when I come back home and stream again.
The guys, everybody's Motorsport built us a brand new truck here, and obviously got a little bit of work cut out for us, but
It is so fucking hot in here. I can't stand it.
it's just player strategy, right? See what we got, but looking forward to it. It's good to be back.
Well, it's good to have you. You and Junior have a good time, and we'll talk to you later.
Junior!
That's all. Thanks.
Check in one
I didn't
more
watch
time.
Xfinity practice or anything earlier.
Vince, it hasn't necessarily been the start to the season we expect out of Matt Crafton. Struggles in some of these races. He starts in 11th tonight. He told me that he is sick and tired of getting run over on the racetrack. Feels like every race
I'm sick and tired of getting run over. Hey, guess what? The next race is Martinsville.
He is going to use tonight as a tone setter for the rest of the year. Don't mess with Matt Crafton tonight, Josh.
Oh boy, is Crafton going to start acting like these other jackoffs?
The championship for here at Martinsville last fall. He gambled on a move that didn't pay off, found himself wrecked and on the outside looking in. Stewart says he doesn't let that stick with him anymore. He says sometimes you gotta gamble to try and win big. They have the same truck that ran well here last year. Stewart's finished top 10 here. He's won stages here. He's won a pole here. So he is confident the 52 team has what it takes to take this thing home tonight.
Oh, Josh coming off some good runs. 3 straight top 10s for that 52 bucks.
So hot in this house, I can't wait to get to a hotel and turn that AC down to like 65.
How about this look from the bumper cam? This is Grant Empinger, the champion Power Equipment Chevrolet. Grant's going to start back in the 12th spot. We saw that below the cut line on the playoff standing, so he needs a good run here, Michael.
He's heading to pit road. Check his pit road speed. You can see those lines across pit road. That's how the drivers, NASCAR clocks the trucks over those lines, and the drivers have to match their tachometer.
Yeah, the only way you're going to win here is to run people over and dump the 51 on a restart if you're close enough.
Another racer that's carrying one of
Because guys are just going to wreck you if you don't wreck them. That's how the Truck Series works these days.
Tachometer looking down on it. There's a shot from the Mobile One Toyota cam of John.
Does that?
He's going to start in the 5th position.
Look at Nemechek's front
A little
end.
bit of congestion over there getting off pit road, but this is an awesome picture. I tell folks all the time, as a race car
I couldn't tell if that
driver,
truck was damaged or if that's just how the fucking hoods are shaped.
For you to see what it's really like for these guys to do battle on this tight little half-mile oval. Well, some would be surprised that John Hunter Nemechek is one of those out of the Kyle Busch stable that has not got a win yet this season. 2 KBM victories, one of those belonging to Chandler Smith, one of them belonging to Corey Heim in the 51 truck. And through our 4 races this season, Zane Smith's won the 2. We've got 2 out of KBM, but not John Hunter Nemechek and not Kyle Busch. So I'm going to take one of those 2 tonight and give you guys the feel.
See, here's our winners from this year, as you mentioned. Zane with the 2 wins. There's Chandler, Las Vegas, and Corey Heim gets his first career win at Atlanta. John Hunter Nemechek did get his season on track Dakota a couple weeks ago with that runner-up finish, so he's on his way.
Trouble for the 66.
What's up with the 66? Having to change a battery on the pace laps here.
Before they could get going, you see they're going to make a battery change. Hopefully it's going to take care of it. Well, you know, we didn't have any practice earlier today. So
It's Tom Majeski.
Possibly had we have been able to do that, but it looks like they changed.
And they changed the battery. They're good to go. They did that pretty quickly. And we're coming to the green, so they're going into turn 1 now, but they're on 1 to go.
We have 5 former winners of the Snowball Derby in this field. That is
Trying to spot my seat over here at turn 2. That's a great seat to have. I can see right into turn 1 and watch the cars as they come out of 2. I look forward to getting there. Can't believe I'm going to the race this weekend. Woohoo! No streams, I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
This season, and we'll go to IRP, Raceway Park in Indianapolis, late July, Richmond in August, Bristol on the concrete in September. Of course, we have a couple of dirt races on the short tracks at Bristol and Knoxville coming up. We'll be at Bristol next.
Remember, no practice for these guys. Not one lap of practice for any of these truck series guys.
Yep, truck practice got rained out today.
Inside, two-time winner this season.
So they're just going
Busch,
to drop the green
61
here.
wins all time on the outside. Green.
Good launch by Zane Smith, and immediately the truck behind him jumps out. Thought he was going to dive bomb into turn 1. I thought Rhodes was going to dive bomb him into turn 1 on the first lap. He gets by Kyle Busch for second. Kyle's going to settle into third and then pick him off in the next 5 to 10 laps.
We talk about this racetrack being so inside dominant.
But for now, Zane Smith got a great launch. Driving away for the moment.
Like Stuart Friesen was trying to do. Now in that blue truck, he's going to back in behind John Hunter Nemechek.
And Vince, at some point, you just got to say it's not worth it right now. We don't want to. They're on low air pressure on their tires. We don't want to upset the tires this early in the run. So you just have to cut your losses sometimes, roll out of the gas, and get to the bottom.
Great look from that onboard from Grant Enfinger, just how close the racing is here at Martinsville.
We cut 2 laps in. We're already on an onboard camera where you can't see anything.
What's the chances of the over?
Fox getting started early tonight.
I'd say it's 50-50 at best.
It's Enfinger in the top 10. He's 10th, going for 9th. He's underneath Ankrum. There's Derek Kraus, who Derek Kraus has greatly improved this season until you get into the last 5 or 10 laps of a race. Then he's the same old dumbass he's always been. I have no respect for Derek Kraus, but I can acknowledge that he has improved this season. Using his head a little more often. Still not quite enough, but improvement. Smith, Rhodes, Kyle Busch, Chandler Smith, Nemechek. Kraus underneath Ankrum for 10th. Friesen underneath Nemechek for 5th. This is such a short race, thank God.
Strong early for the 52er Friesen. We saw him at Coda a couple weeks ago with a chance to win that race. I love the fact that he went for it. Didn't work out for him, but
Ankrum's getting run over right now. Let Kraus go by. Now Crafton's on his inside.
Trying to get that position away. He's making some progress.
good bite off the corner there for Matt Crafton.
Some of these guys a little nicer at this stage in the race than they're going to be late.
Oh, but Crafton said he's going to run people over tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You better live up to that, hot Crafton. I want to see a show. I'm going to watch this stupid fucking race.
Oh, that's for sure. There's no, we should say this is about give and take.
Is there a competition caution in this or not? I guess the stage is so short they don't need one. There was no practice. Like I said, it rained. I didn't see anything about a competition yellow.
So we could try to work over that 16 truck.
How about Tanner Gray? You know, his average finish last year, 22nd. That's in there in the 15, as Mike mentioned. Currently is
Oh, we got a wreck on the back. The 44, the 24, the 32 slows down.
And the 44 is Chris Wright.
Chris Wright and Jack Wood.
Wright driving
8
away
laps
with
in, and we have a caution.
contact and some damage.
Jack Wood's truck is all fucked up.
His guys down in the garage here just so needed a decent run here for Jack Wood. That's probably not
Quick,
gonna-
Fox, go to commercial under caution while you got a chance.
We don't know what's going on under the hood. He could have gotten into that radiator. A lot of damage to the front, but as long as there's no water streaming from it, should be fine. Like you said, it's not enough damage, but man, look.
I'm not going to sit. Oh, God. I got to remember, if I sit next to a bunch of kids, there's going to be a strong chance I'll be on television. So I better look good or wear a mask or something.
into
Good call, Peter.
radiator. Obviously, the ductwork's going to be all destroyed, and it could be an issue for him.
You feel like you put
Karen, you say Kyle's going to win every Sunday, and then he never does. What's with that?
just knowing what lies ahead when you come here to Martinsville.
If a Gibbs car wins on Saturday night, it's going to be Truex.
See if we can.
The 44 busted his ass out of 2 and took out the 24. He didn't mean
You just see
to.
his black marks there, just too much gas up high on the racetrack.
Right in front of Jack Wood. Jack had absolutely
Yikes.
nowhere to go. Bam, you see the contact.
He got into Tom Majeski a little
What
bit.
a tough break for Jack Wood, who's, you know, he's a rookie trying to get off to a good start this season, and he's got 3 of the 4 races he's finished outside the top 30.
You guys have seen my face before.
For the youngster.
I got a face for radio. So I just keep it to myself.
First caution of the night
Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, Kyle Busch, Chandler Smith, Stuart Friesen in the top 5. 10 laps in, we're under caution. You guys have seen my face. Yeah, I guess if you just keep saying he's going to win, eventually you'll be right. He's got to come close first. Last couple of years he's been getting them Austin Dillon wins. Fuel mileage here. Strategy there. 25,000 overtimes at Kansas. Next, he's going to win like Talladega or something, and then have to like be excited about it, even though he always talks shit about people that win at Talladega. You know, I thought I would grow out of NASCAR, but amazingly I haven't. I don't really grow out of anything. It's just things change and become not fun like they used to be, kind of like wrestling. But NASCAR has always been interesting enough to me because I just want to see who's going to win. That's just how it's as simple as that with me. I'm like, who's going to win next week? Who's going to win this? What if this dude wins? Like, it hasn't really gotten old. I get burnt out by the end of the season a little bit. But generally, I'm always very interested. I build my whole weekend around watching. And this weekend, I'm going.
How cool is that to say, Vince? Thursday night, short track racing under the lights at the iconic, historic Martinsville Raceway, kicking off a great weekend.
Martinsville Speedway, Mikey.
Michael, good break that early caution.
Kyle Busch starting on the inside line this time. And radio troubles for Kyle. But they switched channels and they're good now. And he gets to restart on the inside line. This is where Kyle's probably going to take off.
Maybe start a lap down. That might help the competition.
But what about the way Zane Smith just put him away early? Drove off.
Zane Smith drove off and left him. But Kyle Busch started on the outside on the initial start. Now he's on the inside. Really shallow into the corner there for Zane, but damn, Zane has good speed on exit. You see how he just takes off there? Rhodes cuts down in front of Kyle Busch. Friesen's on the outside of Busch desperately and we got a caution.
Has slowed down on the front stretch. That's Dean Thompson. You'll see him on the
inside
there.
Probably have a good break for sure.
Playing the part of David Rudiman is the 40 truck of Dean Thompson.
Man, that's a shame.
Tough break.
Clearly isn't going to make it to pit road, so the caution had to be waived.
Really fine-looking truck.
Blue balls there, and Friesen was ahead of Kyle Busch at the time of caution. That'll put Kyle back and forth.
Unfortunately, something's amiss.
That's the second miss to have issues.
Well, he's not moving, and there's smoke in the there's fire in the cockpit. I'd say take him to the fucking garage. Yeah, he's getting the fuck out. There's a fire in the cockpit. Don't you hate when there's fire in your cockpit? They make a cream for that now, I think.
You'll see it right here on FS1. Under the lights here at the Paperclip, Martinsville. All the action, 7 o'clock Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Remember, that's Saturday night. Got that 3 straight nights of racing here at Martinsville. We've got the trucks tonight, Xfinity tomorrow night, and Cup on Saturday night. Xfinity did qualify earlier today, and Ty Gibbs scored.
Ty Gibbs on the pole for tomorrow night. Where did Junior qualify? I didn't even check. Let me check, actually.
The record driver that it sounded like that you thought you both spoke the same language.
Go to J-Ski and check right now.
They were the opposite of it at the same time.
I mean, the driver was trying to tell the truck driver the thing's on fire. The truck driver.
The starting lineup for tomorrow night. Where did Junior end up?
Now he's going to get the safety turn.
Not great. Junior qualified 30th. Jesus.
Had such high hopes.
I figure Junior will have good race speed. Hopefully they can figure it out and get that track position, even though it's a short race. That's asking a lot.
I know they have plenty of fire extinguishers around here.
Oh, well, Junior's going to pass a lot of cars.
You would think so.
We'll see tomorrow. Excited to see him race.
They got a little bit of an issue.
I should be a comedian.
You definitely have to take all the hood pins out, though, before you can open
Well, you don't have to.
He was trying to overcome it.
Courteous.
He was
It's
trying to
courteous.
overcome
A
it.
courteous move.
What do we do if Junior wins tomorrow?
Zane Smith, he's been out front
Scream?
almost the entire way.
Eat a fucking Hellman's and banana sandwich, even though I think that's fucking nasty. Because I just think mayonnaise in general is disgusting. I'm going to take a shower after this race. I am fucking disgusting. I need to shave too. This fucking mustache beard shit's got to go, friends. It's got to go. It's to the point where it's really annoying. So I'm going to shower and then shave. And I don't really have to be in a rush to go to bed because we're not really doing anything till around noon tomorrow. Have I drank a beer in one go? I've never drank a beer ever. I am not a drinker. But for Dale Jr., I would shotgun a Diet Mountain Dew. I was so happy when Dale Jr. wound up at Hendrick and was sponsored by drinks that I could actually drink and would want to drink. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does anybody ever leave me alone? Nah, Ty Gibbs is going to hit Allgaier into Gregson and crash them both with like one to go. And then say it's all good, it's hard racing, and thank the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for giving him the opportunity to be a dumbass on track. That's what's going to happen tomorrow night. Or maybe he'll do us all a favor. He'll wipe the whole top five out and Junior just drives by and wins, huh? Maybe we'll get that to happen. Ew, they're showing a commercial for them Arby's boneless wings. Gross. One thing's for sure, between the two races I'm going to this weekend, I should see some fuckers get roughed up and pissed off between one of these two races. Surely. I hope we don't get one of them boring Martinsville Cup races. Like we got one of those boring Darlington Cup races last year when I fucking went to Darlington. It's like, oh, of course I go to Darlington and the race stunk. Which it didn't really stink, it just wasn't exciting. And we're back. Thank you.
Dean Thompson came to a stop, couldn't get going after that restart, put a little fluid down on the track. And,
fluid on the racetrack, that's why this caution's taken 100 years.
Got that 40 truck off into the garage area.
We saw right before the caution came out, Stuart Friesen was on the outside. He was able to get by Kyle Busch, and obviously he was ahead of Kyle at the most recent timing line when the caution came out, so he's going to restart here in third.
Got some radio from the 18 of Chandler Smith.
Flying the rears, it's not necessarily because I'm losing front turn. That's why it's just more of a turn really good, just lose a little bit of amount of grip. Turning really, really, really good. Sweet. That's what we're going to want later. Longer run, these guys are out to lunch, and we have a long run.
Moffat shocks everyone.
Don't you love that? And that young man has matured to the point where he's pretty confident with what he says and does behind the wheel.
That was 3 Rick Brillies. It was really, really, really good.
And would you rather feel as a racer have that truck turning really good or accelerating straight up really good? Which one would you pick if you had to pick one?
I think I would want to turn good because I can modulate that throttle above the corner, but I need that thing to go the other direction.
I like that, and he loves it, so that's interesting. That'll be fun to watch, to see. We're going to come choose our lane. Do we want inside or outside? We want inside, but what do we want to gain if we go up top? I'm not so sure Stuart Friesen, if Ben Rhodes goes low, Stuart won't go high and get on the front row.
Coming to that choose zone area as you see Zane Smith go to the bottom and Rhodes to the top.
It looked like Stuart was ready to go to the top if Ben Rhodes would have chose the bottom.
Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, Stuart Friesen, Kyle Busch.
Just 19 years old, and already seems to have a command of what he wants and what he needs. Second year in the series, and he better be mature. He's married, got a baby on the way.
That's right.
Just found out it's going to be a little boy, so.
That poor bastard, 19 years old, having a kid. Sucks to be you, Chandler Smith.
He said, it's pretty good to be me right now.
19 years old with a kid on the way. Pray for that man.
It's kind of your normal response. Pretty good to be you. Well, let's see if we can string together some green flag laps. Zane Smith and Ben Rhodes out front.
Please, let's get some green flag racing going here. We got a smoker in the back. Ooh. Was that just smoking the tires? I guess that was just smoking the tires.
125 slid high, but he gets it back in line. He's picked up.
Ben Rhodes loose on the outside into 3. Friesen to his inside. Zane Smith driving away again. Look how that left front's leaned over on all these trucks.
The longer we go, it's going to be tougher for that outside line to keep.
And Zane Smith driving away again.
Ben's trying to squeeze in front of
Rhodes trying to block Kyle Busch into 3.
And Chandler Smith, another KBM truck behind Kyle, probably.
Kyle pushes up off the corner, almost hit the 99. Slight contact, maybe. I don't think they really touched.
Close, but little incidental contact, possibly.
You know what's interesting now?
Lean on him, Rhodes.
With the truck on the bottom.
It's the only way you're going to stop him.
As the laps climb down, the bottom truck will just keep inching up higher and higher to crowd someone out of the way.
Watch this.
Now we go to a full screen replay for no fucking reason. John Hunter missed a shift or something, backed everybody up.
Take a listen to it. Go on board with him.
Yeah, let's show this from another fucking angle. We get it. He missed a shift. Can we watch the goddamn race now?
He missed that 3-4 shift there, didn't he?
Here, show it in slow-mo, him missing a shift.
Look at all the ground he loses from that mistake.
Got any kids you can show now?
Under attack by David
Fuck.
Krause.
It's a battle for the 8th
Rhodes
position.
somehow still in front of Kyle Busch after being on the outside for that long.
Former winner here at Martinsville.
Let me guess, if Kyle Busch doesn't win, he's going to bitch about how there was no practice for this race because it rained.
And it didn't go.
I thought the greatest driver ever didn't need practice. Damn, Zane Smith is fast.
Listen how low the RPM gets in the corner.
Infinger got off to a tough start, finishes outside the top 20 the first 2 races, and has come on a little stronger the last 2, 12th, and then 10th most recently at Coda. Just still outside the cut line.
Sorry, that's just over 60 miles an hour, Michael, down.
Hey, we're 30 laps in, and Haley Deegan hasn't had something shitty happen to her yet. Willie B's not really making a lot of progress either.
Stuck up on top, a little bit of contact there from
Johnny Sauter and Haley Deegan leaning on each other. Byron going to the inside. Backs off. Smart move.
Shuts it.
What about Johnny Sauter?
Sauter was going to block him to the pit wall.
Teenager and go off
Deegan
and
still
win
can't
cup
clear
races.
Sauter.
Johnny says, I'm a short tracker, buddy. You're going to have your hands full.
Remember when Sauter used to be relevant?
To move down low.
William won 7 races his only season here in the Truck Series. Moved on to the Xfinity
Yeah,
Series.
6 years ago, Sauter was the Truck Series champion. My, how things change.
William Byron, wasn't it his rookie year?
Him and Haley Deegan are leaning on each other more and more every corner. Byron's trying to follow him through, and he runs her wide. She comes back. He put her in the wall. Sauter just put Deegan in the wall, and now Byron passes both of them. What the fuck, Sauter? That was Johnny Sauter for you. Now she's fucked. That tire's going to come apart.
Yeah, she didn't do anything wrong.
She literally didn't do anything wrong. Johnny Sauter put her in the wall.
And he squeezed her up.
Now he has his teammate Ty Majeski, who had issues before the start. Restarted from the back of the
That was all for 23rd, guys. Johnny Sauter wrecked her for 23rd. Oh, he just put her in the fucking wall.
That's not fair.
Mikey said that's not fair. Hell, he fucking did. That's Johnny Sauter.
Diving down to the inside, Ty Majeski following. Watch it again.
There's a lot of
Killed her fucking race. I wouldn't be surprised if the toe was knocked out on that thing.
That left front tire can't stand that.
I don't know how the tire hasn't gone down yet. Slow air pressure as they run here.
Deegan, 3 straight finishes outside the top 30. She really needed a good run tonight, and it doesn't look like she's going to
Well,
get it.
15 to go in stage 1. Zane Smith, Stewart Friesen into second. Rhodes third. Kyle Busch fourth. Chandler Smith fifth. Johnny Sauter's still a dickhead. We knew that already. Ooh, they're going side by side. What did I say that made y'all laugh? I forgot. I speak so fast. What did I say? So I can think about it and laugh too. Up the 12 truck's slow. What did I say that was so funny? I think the 12 truck is going to make it. He's coming off a 2 really slow. He might make it to that garage opening here. He's a creeping down the backstretch, though. Deegan's still running. Just got clobbered by the 46. God, nobody shows her any fucking respect. I feel like she's raced pretty damn clean in the truck series, and she gets no fucking respect. And caution's out. I guess that guy didn't make it back to the garage. 12 to go in stage 1. Deegan should pit here and then stay out at the end of the stage, my opinion. Get that fucking track position, see what happens. Unless a bunch of other trucks do the same thing, which I'm thinking in my head, why not? Pit here and then stay out. Spencer Boyd. Oh, poor our fellow ship poster, Spencer Boyd. I forgot the 12 truck is the one he drives now. Oh, the rant about them missing a shift. Yeah. Need John Madden to be resurrected from the grave and do the telestrator. I see here, John Hunter Nemechek, he reached over and boom, the truck just doesn't go. And that's because he missed a shift. And if you see it from this angle, boom. And the drivers that hit the shifts perfectly on a restart are the ones that take off and go fast. You already forgot what it was. How drunk are you? Ew.
Welcome back to Martinsville.
Boy, aren't you going to miss me this weekend?
Under caution.
And all these witty observations.
Spencer Boyd, who lost fuel pressure.
No fuel pressure. There you go. Kyle Busch pitting, which makes sense for him. Chandler Smith pitting. These other dumbasses are going to go for the points instead of staying in front of the 51.
The tire wear would be that great. I'm a little bit surprised seeing these guys come to pit road. We'll see how it plays out. We obviously know.
Part of me just knows Deacon's not ready for Xfinity, but goddamn, trucks are pretty much as bad as ARCA now. Okay, maybe not as bad as ARCA, but trucks are not that far off from fucking ARCA these days. Xfinity really is a step up. Hopefully Xfinity stays that way.
Stepping out in the 18 of Chandler Smith needs just a little bit more grip on the corner exits is the main thing with that truck.
You saw that wrench go to the back end of that.
Oh, excuse me.
One truck of Kyle Busch and making a chassis adjustment, trying to give him a little more security. William Byron there in the 7 on the right-hand side.
Willie B.
That 7 truck was hauling too. He looked really good early in this race, but this is
Byron just didn't have the track position. This should help with that a bit for the next stage.
Try to maybe make some ground on pit road that they couldn't make on the racetrack. And look at all the trucks, look at all the takers we had coming to pit road. And one thing you got to make sure that you don't do is make a mistake and speed during this caution.
Like the 88 of Matt Crafton just did on that stop?
Yeah, because, you know, your strategy is based around track position.
I don't know why Deacon didn't just send it off into 1 and clobber Johnny Sauter after he put her in the wall. I'd have hit the truck between me and him to knock him into him and put him out in the fucking wall.
And they're going to get some of that track position back.
Ben Rhodes been up inside the top 5 all evening. Radio from his camp.
Have you been using your lever or the knob? 3 rounds to the front with the knobs. 10-4, you know you have the lever in there also, correct? The lever up's going to reduce rear pressure. 10-4, that's exactly what I needed. It's like you have a crystal ball, so I'm going to play with that now.
It's just brake balance. You know, we saw John Hunter's Nemechek's brake rotors, both front and back, glowing. That's the most I've seen glowing in the back.
Because gas is so expensive, me and Cameron paid for Dylan's Cup race ticket Saturday since he's doing all the driving.
And Rich Lucius has said, this is how you're going to fix it. Use your lever. And you know, the driver's job is to know what all those buttons and switches inside that truck do. And I'm sure every now and then, though, in the heat of a competition, you need to remind.
I just have an arrow, which way it went to the front, which way it went to the back.
Crafton, by the way, not the only one penalized. The 30th Tate Fogelman over the wall too soon.
Bristol Dirt on Easter Sunday. I'll be there.
It's going to be extra special. Going to have some racing, all 3 series. NASCAR
I will
Truck
be
Series,
there.
Xfinity Series, and the Cup Stars on the dirt at Bristol. Joey Logano will be in the truck race. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, Dickhead's doing the truck race. How about that?
Yes.
Bristol next week.
He was pretty good on the dirt a year ago.
Next week, I wouldn't mind going to the truck race, but I'm just going to go to the Cup race.
For Bell, Kyle Larson, those are going to be the stories. Joe Logano says, not so quick.
How about our truck race? Martin Truex Jr. dominated that truck race.
And I would expect to see maybe another big-name star or two in that truck race with us at Bristol, along with Logano. So look forward to that. But we got plenty of action here tonight. Zane Smith. How about Zane Smith? He led only 29 laps coming into this race and had won twice.
5 laps to go in stage 1.
Tonight,
Zane Smith, Friesen, Ben Rhodes, Ekis, Nemechek, the top 5.
Busch came to pit lane and
The top 14 stayed out. 15th on back, all pitted. Friesen shits the bed on the restart on the outside, which Zane Smith just launches on these runs. Doesn't matter what happens. Zane Smith just drives away. You're going to have to run through the 38 tonight, probably, as fast as he looks.
Stage 2, we'll have to see what happens.
Or maybe even before the end of stage 2. They know they could go about 120 or 30 laps.
Friesen clears Rhodes for second, 4 to go.
To see how much fall-off they're going to get in the tires.
side by side, Ekis and Nemechek.
And you also want to, I think everybody would agree Kyle Busch is the favorite, right? Even though Zane Smith
No way, Mikey.
early on. So you want to be on a different strategy than him, I believe, and that's certainly how it's been set up so far by Kyle coming to pit road.
I was really a little surprised that Kyle came to pit road as well as Chandler Smith. The guys towards the back of the field I understood, but I was a little surprised those guys that far forward came to pit road.
Maybe an opportunity to get some adjustments done to your truck if you felt like you weren't happy with it. You were going to be out there for a while. We'll see if Kyle continues to make his way back up through the field in these final couple of laps here in stage 1.
We saw the 45, but
It's not even a row. Kyle Busch got turned sideways or got loose.
I don't know if the 42 if
Woo.
Oscar got into him or not, but the 45 have lost
1 to go, stage
by
1.
Kyle Busch.
Smith, Friesen,
Great
Rhodes.
start to this race. He's up in the 12th spot. They got 11. Going there with Honeycutt in the 46. But that's great for this kid early in the going.
Final lap of stage 1.
Well, it would appear that Zane Smith is going to win stage 1.
Last fall is taking care of business with his 3rd stage win of the season.
That was a clinic, wasn't it? I mean, wow. Straight up dominated stage 1.
Come on, Oz.
He's already won twice this season. And he's just getting started here tonight. The stage 1 winner.
Hello, Ozzy. Come on in. It's just you and me, buddy. Open my window because it's fucking hot. Come on in. What's wrong with him, Paige? And one thing, when they come back for commercials, so you guys have something to listen to, that's when I'll take my bathroom break. Trying to decide what I was going to take with me. I'll probably just take my computer with me to the hotel. Be cool to bring the PlayStation, but I don't want my PS5 to leave this house, especially to go sit in a hotel somewhere in Virginia. So I think I'll leave all that stuff here. The PS5 has left my house once, and it was to go to a friend's house less than 5 minutes away. So the PS5 stays here. And you guys can't have it. Who do I think will win the cup race? Truex or Byron? I'd lean Truex. That's just in my head right now what I'm thinking. Truex or a Hendrick car? How about that? That seems like a pretty safe bet. Truex or a Hendrick car. And they're back. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee.
The Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief 200 here at Martinsville Speedway. Zane Smith, the winner of stage 1. He led all 50 laps. He has been out front from the drop. And interestingly enough, the top 3 at the end of stage 1 with Zane Smith, Stuart Friesen, and Ben Rhodes, also the top 3 in that same order in our last race at COTA Championship Circuit of the Americas.
That's a trend, Vince.
I think it is. As you see our stage 1 points. Impressive run, Derek Kraus. Tanner Gray, another solid effort. Chase Purdy in there.
Yeah, pit road's open, guys. Let's see if anybody decides to stay out and run a little bit later. Here, Zane Smith's going to lead the parade. Ben Rhodes is going to stay out, though, isn't he?
We've got some Eckes staying out. Friesen is coming. Nemechek coming. Enfinger. Josh Sims is there for Friesen.
Yeah, and Stuart Friesen says he feels a little too tight on the entry of the turn and loose on the way out of it. They won't make any adjustments, just going to get 4 tires for Stuart Friesen, who finished second in the first stage. Regan?
John Hunter Nemechek is too loose on that restart.
So I heard from the other room that Ben Rhodes stayed out as hard as he was running. He's going to try to go through these first 2 stages without pitting. Okay. It's a bold strategy. We'll see.
Too quick and too hard in the corner. It sets him. It gets even tighter yet.
Seville handling machines out there, and if you're only going to get a couple of stops and cracks at it, you better make sure you make those right adjustments.
You talk about brake shake, and a lot of times brake shake will be because you're getting too much air. They're too cold, but you wouldn't think that'd be a problem here at Martinsville.
Zane Smith won the race off pit road, but will obviously not be first.
Brake, shake, and boogie.
Rhodes and Kyle Busch should be up front.
At Martinsville. What a great area.
I heard cell signal's shitty in Martinsville, but that's all good. My hotel's about 15 miles from there. Actually, my hotel apparently is right on the North Carolina-Virginia border. It's like 15 or 17 miles from the track. Maybe since Ty Gibbs won the pole, he won't have to run through anybody this week to win the race for once. It's okay. He's a Christian. He can do whatever he wants. That makes it okay. Because God doesn't make mistakes. We got Rhodes, Eckes, Kyle Busch third, Hocevar fourth. Matt DeBena Dumbass is fifth. Now let's see how long that lasts. Oh, he's so good. It's not fair that he doesn't have a cup ride and can't run worth of shit in trucks. Could never win in Xfinity driving a Gibbs car, but yeah, let's all feel bad for Matt DeBenedetto. He didn't run. What fucking race did you watch? He didn't run through anybody. Yeah, plowing your fucking teammate in the door. Not saying I wouldn't have done the same, but let's not pretend that he didn't. Let's not pretend that he didn't run through somebody. He fucking ran through John Hunter Nemechek. If Nemechek's not there or Gibbs doesn't make the corner, he just plowed through him to make the corner. And I didn't like Carl Edwards either because he was two-faced as fuck.
World Truck Series racing here on FS1. Zane Smith pitted from the lead. He will restart 17th. An assortment of penalties. Dylan Stoyer, Caden Honeycutt, both speeding. Chase James, safety.
Oh, an assortment of penalties on drivers who don't matter. Thank you for the reporting, Vince Welch. We're going to have 40 laps to go in stage 2.
Ben Rhodes.
Rhodes, Eckes, Kyle Busch, and Hocevar.
That's Rhodes on the inside.
Varying sure. Rhodes has not pitted once in this race. He is on the oldest tires. See how he handles this. I like Kyle Busch on the inside on the freshest tires. I mean, Eckes is on fresh tires too, but he's stuck up on that outside. Rhodes fired off good here, but I bet within 5 laps or so he'll be feeling it from the 51. As soon as Kyle gets clear of Eckes.
Christian Eckes is able to hang right with Kyle there.
Yeah, Eckes and Rhodes have yet to.
And the 51 is cleared, Eckes.
Only probably 25, 30 laps, green flag in that first stage.
Hocevar underneath Eckes now.
Carson Hocevar is on
almost
the
hit the curb.
She pitted just before the end of the stage, and now he's battling his way inside of Christian Eckes.
I think a lot of these drivers and crews would love to see.
I don't care if I'm part-time, full-time, or no time. You ain't running through me without getting something back. I'd keep an eye out if when the next time Nemechek's driving the 26. He couldn't wreck the 54 because they were teammates, but shit. If I'm in that 26 and I see Ty Gibbs in front of me late in the race, I'm going to knock his ass out of the way. That's just fair as fair. And I'm sure Gibbs will bitch about it like he always does. Because you're not allowed to race Gibbs the same way he races you. I got no problem with what Gibbs does. I have a problem with how he handles it when it's done to him. He needs to fucking man up and be more like Ross Chastain and just accept the fact that when you piss people off, they're going to try to get you back. I liked Ron Newman just fine. Ron Newman didn't wreck people. I remember he wrecked Larson one time, put Larson in the wall, but he raced you like you race him.
He talked about that truck turning, that 18 truck.
Ty Majeski needs a good run. We talked about that battery change he had to make at the beginning of the race.
And Ryan Newman didn't bitch when you did it back to him.
Top 10 solid effort out of the Thor Sport camp, really.
Dale Jr. wrecked Ryan Newman at Atlanta 2 years in a row, and Jr. said Newman never bitched. Ty Gibbs bitches if you race him hard. That's my only problem with Ty.
You know, when you have a truck that turns great, sometimes it's hard to accelerate.
But he's the fucking chosen one, so.
I think that's what happened to Chandler.
He's had everything handed to him his whole life, so I'm not really surprised that he acts the way he does. At least he's talented enough to back it up, but he's still a bitch and a hypocrite.
They are not disappointing, threatening the top 5.
My pick, Willie B's in the top 5. Might luck up and win some money if things go my way. Who am I kidding?
Get better and better lap after lap. These trucks have a tendency to want to slide the front end in the corners once the tires get a little air.
If there had been one more lap at Richmond, I'm pretty sure Nemechek would have wrecked him, teammate or not. But Gibbs did a good job. He waited till the last corner to fucking slam somebody out of the way. He saw Allmendinger at Coda hit Ross Chastain about 2 or 3 corners too early.
Then the truck really takes off.
Oh, we got a slow track. Spencer Boyd again, motherfucker. Well, they waited till the whole field was right on him until they threw that caution. Jesus Christ. Fellow ship poster Spencer Boyd.
They've had an issue tonight.
Yeah, won't run, won't refire, man.
Tragic. Damn it. Well, fucking A, NASCAR.
What a heads-up move by Matt DiBenedetto, giving Ty Majeski room. I'm sure his spotter said, hey, you've got a slow truck on the inside. And he could have really put Majeski in a compromise.
Rhodes held off Kyle Busch for that run there, but now they're going to be door to door.
What do you think, Phil? I don't think we got any takers from. I mean, you got.
Ain't nobody going to pit now.
Christian Eckes up toward the front that did it.
Rhodes is dug in. They're going to try to run this out to the end of this stage before they pit.
Rhodes was comfortably leading. Can he make it?
I like stopping now. I like stopping.
Man, Kyle Busch is just Kyle Busch is a bigger dipshit than Ty Gibbs. I will say that. But I don't think Kyle's that much of a hypocrite. And in Kyle's younger days, he was a bit of a hypocrite.
I think all these guys are in there winning if they wanted to.
My favorite quote from Kyle Busch was, "There is no reason on earth why I would ever wreck anyone on purpose." And it's like,
Be an issue.
Yeah.
Get enough fuel to go to the finish. Not a bad move.
We heard during a commercial break after the end of the first stage that Jeff Hensley was talking to Matt.
so should Haley Deegan wreck Johnny Sauter? She should totally wreck Johnny Sauter. Make my day. If she can get to him.
They look great.
Haley Deegan, I just want to update. She is in 21st position. That damage she suffered with that contact with
Tony Stewart's an asshole too.
in her night, nor has it.
Kevin Harvick's a fucking asshole. Carl Edwards was a piece of shit.
In the top 10, that 13 truck is
Rusty Wallace was fucking dirty. Dale Earnhardt was dirty.
In the 99.
I'm overslowing some of these corners.
Ben Rhodes is a jackass, now that I think about it. Hell, half the truck series is fucking retarded.
Something going on there. The left front is bouncing real bad when I do get to the brakes, so I'm just kind of fighting like an uneasy truck.
fighting it with the lead. I like that.
Yeah.
Fighting it with Kyle Busch on your bumper, though, is not quite as relaxing.
No takers up front, Phil.
Of course not, Mikey. What kind of fucking idiot would pit now? Oh my God, can't believe nobody pitted. You would think he's never watched one of these races before.
42.
Well, we anticipate this is going to be a tight one tonight, right down to the finish. Typical short track racing, and that would be no different than any of the other 4 races we've had this season. Eckes comes up the block. The white flag is up, and now the yellow. NASCAR overtime at Daytona. Klagerman gave a good shove to the 38 of Zane Smith, and he takes over the lead. Who was so close to winning it in regulation. This time he does indeed get it done. Taking a look up top.
Oh, and the crossover.
Inside. Chandler Smith back to the bottom for the lead. He has done it. Chandler Smith in Las Vegas. Hine goes to the bottom. Gets some help from John Hunter Nemechek, new leader. And Corey Hine wins at Atlanta. It's a shot. It's all 3 of them together.
That was not Alex Bowman's fault. That was Stuart Friesen's fault.
Zane Smith wins.
Fight me.
Circuit of the Americas. Whole lot of Smiths. Yeah, the first 4 races.
James Smith. Wow, what talent these young racers have. It's just been so much fun watching Zane, bounced around a little bit during the offseason. Wasn't really sure.
I'm going to set an alarm tomorrow for like 10:30 in the morning, I think.
Championship contender, and then there's Chandler. Just gets it done week in, week out. He loves his truck. Be fun to follow along.
He's won 3 of our last 9 races, headed back to last year.
Ben Rhodes in that 99 truck has yet to pit, and the 98, which is restarting 2 rows behind him, has not pitted either. They
Okay,
are the only
phone.
2 that have not come to pit road tonight.
And we're going
On this
green.
restart, that's Rhodes on the inside, Kyle Busch on the outside.
Rhodes, Kyle Busch, Hocevar, and Willie B. Let's see how much longer Rhodes can hold off Kyle. Hey, Dylan.
On that radio, talk about the
Rhodes clears Kyle, gets loose off a 2, but drives away for the time being. Kyle's cleared into second on the bottom. William Byron around the outside for third. That's my pick.
Byron charging in the second.
Come on, Byron. There you go. Byron cleared Hocevar for third. Nice. Nice.
He's had my eye since the start of this race, making moves on the inside and the outside.
I don't know how long I'll be up tonight, but I set an alarm for 10:30 tomorrow so I can get up and shower. I'm going to do all that shit tomorrow. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm going to be lazy tonight. Procrastinators unite tomorrow. Majeski cutting across Matt DiBenedetto to get back to the inside.
Fighting for 6th with DiBenedetto right behind him in the blue and white 25. There's our friend.
And Matty D goes back to his inside. Majeski blocks. DiBenedetto lets him have it.
Had some damage into the wall, but are into deep.
Rhodes still ahead of Kyle Busch.
Sauter started at the tail end of the field.
I'm impressed.
And he is inside the top 10.
Right behind him, the guy that led the entire first stage, Zane Smith, that 38 truck.
This is when you really find out how good your truck is, Phil. You don't have that fresh air on your nose. You've got to go down. You don't have a clear view.
Oh, the 45, Lawless Allen spun. Caution's out.
Lawless Allen.
I don't know if these short runs are hurting or helping Ben Rhodes. I really don't know. I guess I'd say helping. Less laps on the tires, and he gets to restart on the inside, and Kyle Busch has to struggle for at least a lap or 2. Buy him some time.
Speed out of Lawless tonight. I don't know how he got turned around.
Byron will be on the inside this time.
Possibly just somebody had a nose in.
Another one of those racers out of California. Several of them in the Camping World Truck Series. Getting a little help. Bringing out the caution.
Oh, he got spun. Hey, Dylan, we get to appreciate that hotel room more than we did in Darlington because the Cup race is a night race, so we can just hang out in the room all day. I didn't get to appreciate that hotel in Darlington nearly enough because the race was at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yep, Zane's back in the top 10. What do you mean, don't I mean DiBenedetto? You mean DiBen a dumbass? Fuck me. Guess I won't have a problem sleeping tonight. The last couple nights I've slept really good. I should bring my PS2 with me to Martinsville. I'm sitting here thinking I don't want to bring any game consoles. I was like, well, I don't want to bring my PS5. I should bring my PS2. That'll give me something to do in the hotel. That's what I'll do. I'm going to bring the PS2, Dylan. I'm going to pack it up as soon as this race is over. Bring it with me. And some car race games. Yep, that's what I'll do. Thank you for the $5, Michael. Every bit of that's appreciated. Kyle Busch and Willie B pitted here. You can make it to the end from here. So Busch and Byron going to give up all this track position and take it back at the beginning of stage 3. It's the winning strategy, I think. Of course, I was right the entire time during that clusterfuck of a cup race last week. Hey, Byron beat Kyle Busch out of the pits. Of course, they did take a little extra time on Busch's deal. So.
Fix it now because it'll be too late later on. Get that pit stop made. Even though he just pitted 15, 20 laps ago, he wanted that adjustment, and he needed it right now in order to think he's got a chance.
Fuck.
And if they fix that truck, he's in. We know he can go the rest of the way. So he and William Byron and everyone else that came down pit road are good to go.
Ben Rhodes still has not pitted in that 99. By the way, others besides Kyle Busch and William Byron that pitted: Chandler Smith, Matt Crafton, Stuart.
Birthday was yesterday. Well, happy fucking. How old are you now?
I think barring something.
You're not old like me. I'm 28.
And was that swing the advantage maybe over to someone like William Byron, who's currently down in the 20th position, knowing when another 16.
All Byron and Kyle Busch need to do is keep their noses clean here for 15 laps.
And how about the strategy of Rhodes and Eckes, who have not pitted?
Can you believe through that entire strategy clusterfuck at Richmond, I was right the entire time?
I got 100 laps thereabouts.
I nailed the winning strategy at Richmond last week. Rudy Fugle fucked it up for William Byron.
Run to the end of the stage, get those stage points.
Zane Smith won stage 1. Rhodes got his eyes set on stage 2. Carson Hocevar's got something to say about that. 15 to go.
Rhodes, Hocevar, Eckes, and Majeski. They've been a dumbass in the top 5. I think Rhodes going to drive off. Man, Rhodes and Zane Smith are in a class of their own so far in this race.
That was a great restart by the 99 of Ben Rhodes.
It just seems like nobody has anything for either of them.
As well as it was for Zane Smith early on.
Thorsport, 3 of the top 4 with Rhodes, Eckes, and Majeski.
What about Colby Howard in that 91 slipping in to the top 10? That's Taylor Gray in the black 17. Haven't talked about Parker Clingerman. He's always going to be up near the front, and he is again tonight.
For second, Hocevar and Eckes with Majeski keeping them company. Zane Smith right behind in that orange 38, filling out the top 5.
Well, all these cautions, there's 31 trucks on the lead lap.
Hocevar by 7/10 of a second. Oh,
3 wide. Byron underneath the wife beater and the 61.
And he knows that. He knows he's 3 wide. And he knows he's on the inside, so he gets
Eckes
plenty of room.
inside of Hocevar for second.
Wow, that's
Woo!
driving, isn't it?
And Majeski's going to take him 3 wide. Oh, he backs off.
All right, teammate, I'm going to cut you a break there, but look.
Yep, cut his teammate a break.
Zane Smith in that 38.
Rhodes drives away, second and a half lead as these guys race side by side.
If the stage ends, he comes or stays.
With all the caution laps we've had and will have.
Hocevar loose on the outside. I don't know how much longer he can hold it.
Make it just be a matter if he thinks these tires will go away in that last 100 laps.
Boy, that side-by-side battle for second continues. Hocevar and Eckes. Finally, Eckes puts him away.
Now Hocevar's going to block Majeski. Oh, he had to let him in. He had to let him in.
A little bit of slide from Hocevar.
Woo-wee! Oh, Majeski hit the curb and got loose. Almost put Hocevar in the wall. Now Zane Smith to his inside. Zane Smith overdrives corner entry, gets tight. Oh, man, Majeski almost spun off of 2.
Majeski is.
That's good racing.
Well, that door just opened up for Zane Smith, and he just moved right through it, taking advantage of the opportunity to get side by side with Majeski for that 3rd spot.
Majeski's hanging tough, though, on the outside. You see him pinch Zane Smith down, not letting Zane move him up out of the way.
That's for 4th as Smith takes it.
Now Nemechek's getting his nose in there on the 66. Kyle Busch is in a clusterfuck.
In the 32. Crafton just ahead of him in the 88.
Just got 8 more laps.
Come along with Kyle, but man, heavy traffic and just now cracked the top 20, Vince. That's how competitive truck racing is. A little bit of strategy play, and he's back there racing. You see just ahead of Crafton, Haley Deegan there, and look at
Majeski is blocking everybody that gets to his inside. I don't blame him. He gives them just enough room when they get to the entry of the corner. Ooh. We missed it, but Majeski blocked Nemechek and almost got spun.
It's at your own peril. And let me just tell you, it's only going to get worse.
Majeski's walking a fine line right now. Deegan was she's mid-pack right now. She got wrecked by Johnny Sauter earlier, but she's recovered. Johnny Sauter pretty much put her in the wall on purpose. She was on his outside, and he just ran her up the track and slammed her in the wall. She's still running there on the lead lap. Hell, 31 trucks on the lead lap. She's currently getting in Kyle Busch's way as he works his way through traffic. Byron's up to 12th. Kyle Busch is 18th. They're the ones that are going to stay out at the end of this stage.
Here comes their buddy, Johnny Sauter, who roughed her up earlier in the race.
If I was her, I'd hang a hard fucking left right here into Johnny Sauter's stupid ass. She's being a lot nicer than I would be.
Competitive truck as well. You see Stuart Friesen, another one of the trucks is on a different strategy.
Hook him. Hook him. Come on, Deegan. Be a bitch. He deserves it. She didn't hook him. She's being nicer than I would be.
And laying down some lap times.
We have 3 or 4 of our top trucks that pitted on lap number 55 at the end of that second stage. I'm really curious to see if any of those guys roll the dice.
2 to go, stage 2.
About these runs here. Derek Krause, Colby Howard. See Kyle picking off another spot, got around Austin Wayne Self.
Rhodes has a 2-second lead, coming to 1 to go now.
Making good progress as well. Well, if you're going to follow somebody up through, I'd say that'd be a good choice as Rhodes crosses the line. 1 to go, final lap here in stage 2.
Remember, Chandler Smith came to pit road on lap 81 along with Kyle Busch. And he's a couple spots ahead.
And Ben Rhodes is the stage 2 winner.
Ben Rhodes
at the halfway point of the race.
Stage win number 3 this season.
Should be Byron and Kyle Busch 1-2 to start stage 3.
It's been an impressive run.
I got money on Byron.
Up a couple of times this year, 4th.
I would say that money would pay for parking this weekend, but Martinsville Speedway has free parking, just like Darlington. So in other words, Charlotte Motor Speedway can go fuck themselves because they don't have free parking. Bristol doesn't either. But, I mean, last time we went, they had a thing, oh, if you're driving a Toyota, you get free parking at Bristol. So, Dylan, I hope we're driving the Toyota to Bristol next Sunday. I was thinking, Dylan, what we could do to save money is if you don't want to go eat somewhere nice, we could all just order a pizza. Pizza will feed everybody, and we can all chip in on it and save money. I don't know. As much as I want to go eat somewhere nice, I'm game for it. If we can find a Fats or a Ruby Tuesdays or a Chili's, that's our definition of nice. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to have a hot dog or two. I want one with chili and one without. The Martinsville hot dog taste test video. Keep an eye out for that. I will absolutely get some Martinsville hot dogs. They look fucking delicious. Them thick-ass red hot dogs. Yeah, New Hampshire was always free parking. You're right. I remember that. At least I think it was the 2 times I went to New Hampshire. June of 2010 and July of 2011. Yeah, I'll print off some fucking Toyota decals and slap on everything if we don't have access to a Toyota to go to Bristol. Hey, Caden, it's okay. Bubba drives a Toyota. That's why it was all right. Boy, people did not like that video I did last year at Bristol when I made fun of everybody booing Bubba. People did not like that video at all. That's the first time in my 6-year YouTube life that I received backlash for a video. Oh, but remember, we're the snowflakes. They got all offended when I was joking about them, but we're the snowflakes.
Martinsville, welcome back to Blue Emu Maximum Pain Relief 200. Ben Rhodes is in his pit box, and Josh is there.
Ben Rhodes making his first pit stop of the race. Says he's been fighting an uneasy truck. Says the left front is bouncing a little bit too much, and he's had issues.
Remember, they shortened the Cup race to 400 laps this year.
Christian Eck is happy with the way his truck
Martinsville Cup race is 400 laps, not 500. I'm in favor of that.
They'll make a slight air pressure adjustment, and that's all. Regan?
Carson Hocevar, that truck wasn't as good this run for him. Plenty of drive off the corner, but could not get it to turn the center. And Zane Smith in the 38, his brakes are very spongy right now. A little free into the corners with that truck, but the brakes are his biggest issue, he told the team.
Well, and Hocevar had a problem there on that pit stop, the 42, had to back it up. So some issues for some of those running up toward the front. You see they're taking tape off. They put tape on, now taking it off the 42.
Man, this was really mixed up the running order. William Byron on those differing strategy. He's assumed the lead, Phil.
Hey, with 94 laps to go, my bet is leading the race.
Hey, William Byron.
And he's not pitting again, barring disaster.
You got a copy?
Yeah, Phil, I got you. Good to hear from you.
Well, good to have you back. Welcome back to the Truck Series, and this is how you did it back a few years ago when you won so many races and led so many laps. Got to be a lot of fun for you.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's just thanks to Mr. H and Spire for letting me do this, and yeah, it's been fun. I got great crew chiefs and Bono.
And Hendrick guys are dabbling in the Truck Series once again.
It's been good so far, just trying to get myself up to speed and know where my visuals are. So it's been fun lately.
Well, great pit strategy by Bono and the guys to get you this lead here past halfway.
Bono Mannion,
Yeah, that was kind of
DEI.
the we're not after the points, and we had a pretty decent start to the race. It was pretty crazy back there, but good to be up here now.
All right, buddy, you've been fun to watch. Finish it off.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, the free pass on this caution at the stage break.
Byron, Chandler Smith, Matt Crafton, Kyle Busch, Johnny Sauter, the top five.
Had an issue on their previous pit stop, so he had gone a lap down. And the 38 of Zane Smith speeding on pit road, Mike.
Yeah,
Oh, Zane Smith too fast on pit road.
Deeper into the field, it's only going to make your brakes worse. More heat in the brakes. See if you can see if he's in a bit of a race off of pit road. And he just gunned it too far. That last little section bit him. Now he's going to go to the back. It's not over, but man, it's a long way to go to the front.
Makes it a lot harder, doesn't it? The USFL is almost here. Players fired up, ready to go. Just 9 days away from the start of this innovative new league. The inaugural season kicking off April 16th. Battle between the New Jersey Generals and the Birmingham Stallions. It's going to air on both Fox and NBC. The USFL.
That's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Spring football?
Yeah, I like it. The Birmingham Stallions.
Just past the halfway point in this one.
Once again, my pick is in the lead late in the race. What could possibly go wrong? Byron, Smith, Crafton, Sauter, then Kyle Busch. The best truck in the field's at the back now. Zane Smith after the penalty. Ben Rhodes is 11th. We'll take the clean air here, whatever clean air's worked on the short track. Great restart by Chandler Smith on the outside, but Byron's got that better line. And he just pulls through the center and drives away. Set sail, bitch. Oh, wreck at the back, the 46.
Significant contact.
And we have a caution.
Of Caden Honeycutt making his series debut with some
Good, less laps to run under green.
damage. I think Dylan Stoyer was involved in that in the 20 truck as well.
And my 46 is tore up pretty bad
Youngsters making their first truck series start.
and has no power.
Hayden runs the Cars Tour for Barry Nelson. Was runner-up in the points last year in the Cars Tour with a couple wins.
And Stoyer is a
Tanner Gray's got damage from that.
Northeast. Races with Stuart Friesen. Friesen told me today, he said he can get it done. He's got a lot of talent. Went asphalt racing for a while.
2021 Cup Series season was definitely not the best season ever. Not that it was like horrible or anything, but hey, it was better than 2015 or 2019, that's for sure.
Ah, Jessica. be a family affair at Bristol.
This season has been much better, though.
46 there at the left side of your screen.
Oh, the 46 got taken out by the waft beater.
Getting in there. That wasn't the 20 of Stoyer like I thought initially. Here comes Stoyer.
Oh,
yeah. So
making a mess. Zane Smith was almost in that.
A little bit of contact from that 20 truck, but the damage was already done.
Did a nice job, that truck turning right in front of his lap, and he was able to get by without any significant contact.
Tanner Gray got a little damage in that as well. There he is right there repairing that damage. We documented the fact that he had an air gun issue, lost a lap, got the free pass on this caution.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that you mentioned that, Mike, about Stoyer avoiding the contact. Because, I mean, when you're a young driver making your first start of the series, just getting an opportunity to run all the laps is the most important.
Yeah, he didn't panic. You know, he just relaxed. He let that spin develop and missed it.
AMR safety team doing its job, and we're back under caution in Martinsville.
Yep, I'm going to bring the PS2 to Martinsville. Saw that Brad Keselowski's extremely harsh penalty will stand. So their season's pretty much fucked. "45 minutes ago, Haley Deegan said Sauter better pray she doesn't get to him, and then she got to him and didn't do anything. Should have fucking hooked his ass." Deegan on the radio: "I wish everyone would just use their head in this series. Crew chief, Johnny Sauter ain't never used his fucking head in his entire career." Ain't that the truth? That's why nobody fucking likes him. Oh my god, some of the NASCAR YouTubers are in Martinsville for this weekend. Well, it only makes sense that I go too. Being the esteemed YouTuber. I'm kidding. I almost said that with a straight face. The esteemed member of the NASCAR YouTube community. I mean, fuck, in a community that has people like NRF, how fucking esteemed could it possibly be? Yeah, Nice Motorsports sucks, and Ross Chastain was a beast in their truck, so that's a credit to him. Martinsville. Be there tomorrow, Saturday, and all that shit. Look for me in turn 2. They'll probably zoom in on me sitting next to some fucking kid. Hopefully not. I guarantee if there's kids next to me, I know that I will fucking be on television. Because, you know, they're going to show every single fucking one. Especially during that Xfinity broadcast. Forget about it.
Seeing here over the last couple of weeks, we're still a few laps away from seeing the major beating and banging.
Yeah, there's more to come.
Before you would want to be inside of a guy before you shove the issue. Now you're just going to be close and you're going to push the issue. There's the choose lane. See Byron and Crafton going to the bottom.
I mean, the bottom lane is obviously the preferred.
It's just how many rows do you want to give up? You know what I mean? Do you want to take the bottom at all costs? You know what I mean?
Well, how many rows back before you say, you know what, I'm just going to go to the top?
It's been pretty even. Like, it's been pretty much just one to the inside, one to the out. Crafton chose to go low, and so if I'm...
Oh, Willie B, bring it home. We got 84 laps to go when we get to green here. I can fly by.
William Byron doesn't.
I don't want it to go green all the way. I don't want lap traffic, but at the same time, yeah, he'll just get fucking wrecked on a restart. It's inevitable.
Race summary, you saw it there on the screen, and Zane Smith has led the most laps at 55, Ben Rhodes at 47. Right now, William Byron is out front in that blue number 7 truck on the inside for this restart.
Another great restart by the 18, but the way Byron lags back, he's able to just get in the gas into the corner and just accelerate all the way through. Johnny Sauter's doing a good job of keeping Kyle Busch behind him. Hey, he's actually being useful for once. 3 wide, Kraus, the 45, DiBenedetto. Wow, Kraus was in a 3 wide situation and didn't wreck everyone. That's nuts.
Kraus now side by side for 13th.
Chandler Smith and Crafton side by side for second. Fuck with that 18 so Byron can drive away. Woo! Crafton got loose. Here comes Sauter. Crafton gives Sauter plenty of room. I would recommend that. Smith slides into second.
The 13 truck that started 36th this race, battling up inside the top 5.
And that's Kyle Busch, who's gotten back into the party in 5th in the 51 truck. Bringing Stuart Friesen along.
Man, these guys are really battling hard, knowing that Williams' strategy has him in a good spot. Got to make up ground in a hurry.
Parker Kligerman in the 70.
Let's get these laps over with so I can win some money. Now, how much do I win, Michael? Oh, Parker, don't do it. And he's doing it 3 wide. Oh, boy.
Oh, nice job by Haley around the top.
And, yeah, Deegan held him off. She was 3 wide on the outside and drove around both of them. Way to go.
Awesome. That'll put her.
So I said, Parker, don't do it. They were going to be 3 wide. She held him off that corner. Still in front of him. Oh, we got a caution. The 20 truck. Whoever that is, he's got no left front tire.
He's going to get rolling. No, not very smoothly, that's for sure. Heavy damage on the left front.
Well, rose a little smoother than I thought, Vince, but a lot of damage you can see on both sides. I believe that'll do it for Stoyer tonight.
That's too bad. As you said earlier, Michael, highly regarded. Certainly those fans up in the Northeast familiar with Stoyer's success up there.
Chris Wright, a couple of issues tonight. Was he a part of that mess?
Most of that left side damage was done early. How about Zane Smith, guys? Remember, he had the penalty on pit road. He has only got up to the 22nd position here with 78 laps to go.
Final stage at Martinsville, but a lot of racing left. Don't go away.
Oh, shut up. I only win $8. That's fucking lame. I can't even be excited about that. I thought I'd win I thought you put 2 on Willie B. Oh well, it's better than nothing. There literally wasn't anybody else worth picking besides him or Kyle Busch. I can't wait to shave this fucking beard and mustache off in the morning. It's bugging me. That shit's gonna be gone, son. And the shitty part is it'll just grow back. Jesse Awuzie or Natalie Decker? Honestly, I'd say Jesse Awuji's worse. I ain't saying much, but I think Natalie Decker's better than Jesse Awuji. NASCAR would like to thank you for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. You know, it's going to be chilly in Martinsville the next 2 nights, but I can't wait to go to Atlanta in July when it's like 110 degrees. That's going to be great.
Welcome back to Martinsville.
And I've seen that grandstand. There's like no shade at Atlanta.
How about some radio from Tyler Ankrum running 10th?
Holds the bottom lane off so that they can't take that 1/8 of an inch. You give them 1/8, they're going to root you out of the way. Your truck is fine. You're a top 6 truck right here. They're going to try and gouge you, and that's where the fine line is.
Still don't see Zane Smith in that top 20. He got that pit penalty at the worst time.
And these young racers like Tyler, they lean on that advice as well. But that's when the problems start happening, Phil. When somebody thinks they've got that 1/8 of an inch that Eddie was talking about, there you see a great view of our spotters up on the roof looking down on the action.
Sometimes they don't even need an 1/8 of an inch.
No, they don't have an 1/8, and they try to take an 1/8, and you close it off. And
Is Decker racing tomorrow? I don't know. You think I would know since I'm going to the fucking race, but I really don't know.
Crew Chief Scott Zipadelli. The results have gotten better each and every race. 7th, most recently at Coda.
Byron and Sauter on the front row, followed by Chandler Smith and Matt Crafton. And then you got Kyle Busch and Stuart Friesen on the 3rd row.
That's William Byron on the inside and Johnny Sauter on the outside.
And the green flag is out. That 18 definitely has something for Byron, I think, on a long run. And you can never count Kyle Busch out. But I feel pretty good with Byron out front right now. Sauter's giving the 18 shit right now. Oh, boy, the 18 got loose and got into him. A little bit of contact. Nothing major. A little door rubbing. I'm loving this because Byron's just checking out the whole time this is going on. And Sauter cleared Chandler Smith for second.
You know, Sauter's not going to give much room.
Smith up his ass.
For Sauter, it's his trophy. He wants another grandfather clock. He's already got 4 of them.
Can't believe Sauter's won here. I can't believe Johnny Sauter's won anything 4 times.
There's that 16 truck that Eddie DeHaan was giving coaching to. He's on the outside of Derek Cross in the Napa number 19.
He's lost a few spots since the restart.
Caden, I already said why I'm going to Atlanta. It's like watching 2 dogs fucking on the side of the road. Everybody wants to stop and watch. Doesn't necessarily mean they agree with it. So I'm going to go to Atlanta and watch the 2 dogs fucking on the side of the road because it'll be entertaining.
Sauter in that 13. Just a couple of weeks ago when everybody else was at Coda racing, Sauter was in Georgia.
It's not real racing, so I don't really look at it as real racing.
Spring Nationals. He may be away from the truck series, but he ain't away from the track.
69 to go. Nice.
Led by Father Jim. John Hunter down on the bottom trying to take that spot away from Friesen. He knows time is a ticking.
Had 9 cautions and this race is only 200 fucking laps.
I love that visor cam view too.
If she had to qualify and race her way in at Martinsville, then I'd be willing to bet that if Natalie Decker was trying to race this weekend, she didn't make the show. Oh my God, look at Eckes blocking Rhodes down to the curb. Oh, and he paid the price. Well, really, Stuart Friesen paid the price. He didn't do anything wrong. Rhodes. Eckes blocked Rhodes onto the curb. He hit the curb, hit Eckes, and then spun Friesen. So Friesen was just completely innocent there.
There's going to be some debate on what ruler you're.
Several 100% more than an 1/8 of an inch.
I'm going to Atlanta in July to be entertained. Dare I say, sports entertained.
Because he was obviously way down towards the inside of the racetrack. But what a tough break for Stuart Friesen. Had another solid run going. John Leonard is crew chief talking to Stuart now.
That's what come get some tires, Mom. Wouldn't you think?
Absolutely, yeah. He's going to be at the back of the pack.
Eckes radio.
Hey, calm down. Hey, relax. We're still good. Relax. We're still good, buddy. Relax. Hey, the only way he's going to beat you is have to move you. You're way better than he is. We're still good here.
Yeah.
Those three are teammates. We'll use the air quotes.
I don't know who you blame there, Rhodes or Eckes. Eckes threw a crazy block. Rhodes didn't lift. They're teammates, and then Friesen's the one who gets hit. Although Friesen threw a little bit of a block on Eckes, but then gave him room. That was in 1 and 2. Going into 3 is where this goes to shit. And Eckes said, "You ain't passing me, fucker." 99 hit the curb ever so slightly. Locked up the left front as well.
And Eckes teammates, and there was contact there.
And Friesen's like, what the fuck?
For,
Although Friesen deserves that after Coda.
J-Rod, his crew chief, was certainly trying to calm Eckes down, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think Eckes wasn't thrilled about the contact from Rhodes. I don't know. I mean, that's 50-50, Phil. I don't know really these days, this day and age, who to blame that on.
And to see if maybe Rhodes doesn't hit the curb here as well.
He does hit the curb. I already said that.
As low as he could go.
I think he hit.
I like the Indy Road course.
So how do you see that? Is Rhodes being over?
I would like to see a Brickyard 400 with the next gen car on the Indy Oval, but for now I'll stick with the road course. Yeah, Stuart Friesen has low-key become a weapon in the Truck Series. He's just as bad as fucking Kraus, Rhodes, or Sauter.
They just are very aggressive. That's why so many people like watching them, seeing who's going to be the most aggressive and get away with it.
Well, Friesen was the victim of the little teammate.
Zane Smith back up in the top 20, 16th now.
Rhodes, interestingly enough, was Majeski. And he was just about in it as well. And of course, next week, well, we'll see it again. A short track, a little different style on the dirt at Bristol.
You don't think there'll be any bump in there, do you?
That was such a fun race from Martinsville.
My stream's running fine for me. Well, it was. What's going on? Hold on. Let me know in the comments how it's running for you. It says it's running fine for me. It did stop on my phone, which is concerning. I don't know how it's running, or if it's running, or if it's... Hold on. They're freaking me out, man. Let me know in the comments how it's running for you. See, it seems to be running fine for me. Just refresh it. If you're having trouble, refresh it. Because I refreshed it on my phone, and now it's running good again. So anyway... Technical difficulties. Please be patient. Alright, okay, yeah, I closed YouTube as well, so I'm going to post in the comments. If it's lagging, hit refresh, because that's what I did and it works for me now. Yeah, sorry about that. Don't know what happened. Internet here's been unpredictable lately. It's been anything but reliable.
Bill, less than 50 to go. Camping World Truck Series, race number 5 of the season, and William Byron continues to lead, but this was an interesting confrontation going on here. John Hunter Nemechek running 6th. That's Matt Crafton just ahead of him. Crafton obviously holding him up, but look at all those trucks that have lined up behind Nemechek.
That's when you got issues. If you're Matt Crafton, you look in the rear mirror, he's able to gap John Hunter there a bit. But anytime you have that many trucks stacked up behind you, you can expect the bumper to be applied, the pressure to heat up as they race toward turn 3.
In the pylon there, you see the running order and when they last pitted. Pit stop's not an issue at this point, is it, Phil?
No,
As you see
no
Rhodes and Majeski?
And we see how hard it's been for Zane Smith, who's only worked his
It's weird how all we had to do was refresh it and it's running fine again. Anyway, there's 45 to go. The laps are ticking down. Willie B is about a second in front of Sauter. Kyle Busch is catching them. Not that quickly, though, but there's still plenty of time. Kyle's third now. Crafting it out. We got a caution. We got a spinner. Can't see who it is because all the smoke's the 0-2.
0-2 of Jesse Little.
Jesse Little got spun.
Jesse was up inside.
So now Byron's got a new challenge. Kyle Busch is on the inside line right behind him.
Obviously turned around there off turn 2.
Good God, the 44 is fucking destroyed.
Just about
Had a tough night.
Used that Chevrolet up, hasn't he?
Nothing's gone right for right.
He said nothing's gone right for right.
Sorry. You couldn't hold it back.
I was going to go with everything's gone wrong for right, but then I pivoted. It's unfortunate for that.
Oh, that Michael Waltrip, he's got a future in this whole broadcast.
I
God.
don't know if maybe there was
Jesse Little spun, and then there was just a big stack of
before we saw that
Arca brakes.
damage to the front of
Low speed
32
Arca brakes.
Brett Holmes.
And Brett could, and you could see that Chris Wright could not see anything.
There was contact right there. You could see it from Tate Fogelman. And then Brett Holmes with nowhere to go runs in the back of Tate Fogelman.
And when Jesse lit that thing up, Phil, you know, you can't see through that smoke. Chris Wright had no idea where that truck was.
And Austin Wayne Self is on fire
For Austin Wayne Self,
under the right front.
he'll have to come
He's
through.
pulling in.
Pits are open.
Zane Smith pitting from 11th place.
With less than 50 to go.
I think this is a good move.
Why not?
He was going to barely be able to get into the top 10. Why not put some new tires on? Maybe have a great restart. Get 3 or 4 trucks at one time on a restart.
I don't know.
See what happens.
Awful late for these guys to be giving up this precious track position. Are there still issues with the brakes, or is this just a strategy play?
Michael, just a strategy play at this point. Don't forget 2 wins.
You think God told Austin Wayne Self to beat his wife?
You're going to win the race where you're at. The biggest issue now is no longer the brakes, but it's the left.
Yeah, Wright has been in like 4 cautions tonight. You're right about that.
Maybe the splitter's hitting me.
Oh, the jokes write themselves.
Adjustments to the rear there with the suspension. Saw that wrench go in the tailgate or the bed there.
Remember, he had a speeding penalty earlier tonight that cost him.
Make this a long caution so Byron doesn't have to defend for so many laps.
Wayne Self machine.
So many trucks on the lead lap. We've got 28 trucks on the lead lap now. So
Yeah, that's a stretch there.
not much time left.
Tough break for Self. He was just outside the playoff cut line. Had a good start to the season with a couple of top 10s. Needed another good result today to stay in the mix, but not going to work out the way he was hoping.
Kind of like Chris Lawson's energy though. Like we got wins. Let's see if we can make something happen with Zane Smith. I think it's too late, too little, too late, but we'll see.
I think it'd be a stretch to even think he might be able to get back in the top 10, but maybe he'll learn something about that truck and learn something about these tires.
Well, the point Regan made, he's already got 2 wins in the bag, so why not roll the dice, even if it seems...
They're zooming in on the right front of Kyle Busch's truck. I don't know why.
Short track racing, is it?
I was just looking at the marks on the right front fender. Whoop-de-doo, Fox.
He scrubbed the Goodyear lettering
You
off
got my hopes up. You made me think he was having a problem there for a second.
Chandler Smith. Don Hunter Nemechek riding around under caution. These laps are pretty long.
Michael Waltrip just went through puberty again.
Running off and trying to get to victory lane.
You know, I'm typically not one that really takes much stock in going back to last year, but over the last 13 races, what John Hunter has done compared to the first 13, pretty stark, significant difference.
But he's run well. He just hasn't had any luck. Michael talked earlier about all the laps led and all the stage points he's got that has him up in the top 10 in points.
Yeah, coming into this race, he led the most laps. He'd, had the best average running position, but just had not gotten the finishes, and at least tonight he is.
Now they're going to jinx John Hunter, and he's going to end up backed into the fence. He's beat the left rear off of Matt Crafton's truck.
He's been going right to the back of that 88 truck, but these laps winding off, John Hunter knows if he's going to win this race, he's got to make some ground, and that's why the urgency picks up so much as we run these laps off. They know it's time to go.
Well, and isn't this the best opportunity on a restart?
Absolutely, absolutely. He has beat the rear bumper off that Menards Toyota.
So for some of these drivers, that caution was really a blessing because they want an opportunity to get bunched up and have a chance to make a move for position.
Whoever restarts third here is going to look at this as an opportunity to try to grab second. Now, will Johnny Sauter, who's running second now, will he go to the outside, or will he stay on the inside behind William Byron to hold that inside line?
Ooh. I like going up beside the leader and giving it a shot, but you could also get behind the leader and give him a shot and see if you can push him up out of the way.
But look who that guy running in third, that 51 truck of Kyle Busch. You know that if Johnny Sauter chooses the outside, you know Kyle's going to close that hole up right quick. If he's not able to do anything with William Byron, there's probably not going to be a slot to get in.
Impressive for Johnny to have a couple of races off. He talked about Vince running some super late models, but to get in this truck, the successes he's had here at Martinsville, to be in a position to win again, it's pretty impressive.
Kyle Busch, we mentioned that he gets 5 races as a cup driver. He gets 5 in the
They're going to restart with 36 to go. Stream's still working. God damn, it's a short race, and we can't even get through that without having a problem.
Charlotte and then Sonoma. But you see, he finished second at Las Vegas. He finished third at Coda.
They got Kyle Busch making all the good truck races suck. He's in Martinsville, he's in Charlotte, he's in Sonoma. It's like fucking A.
And
see, 8 wins. He's pretty good at Charlotte.
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good everywhere. So we'll see.
Sonoma won't even be worth watching.
He's certainly in a good position here tonight, sitting in that 3rd spot.
What about this 7 truck? You know, we talk about how good William Byron is, but this team has put together a great race truck for William to go out here and have a little bit of fun with. We saw Bowman last.
Remind Kyle, even though he's probably pissed looking at the back bumper of that 7 truck, that it's not Bowman this week, it's Byron.
There will be 36 to go as they cross the line. William Byron and Johnny Sauter up front.
William has been so good through that corner right.
Byron through 1 and 2 after these restarts. Crazy good. And Sauter clears Kyle Busch for second.
That was a huge corner for Johnny Sauter.
Crazy, I didn't expect Sauter to pull that one off.
He found that slot to get in, didn't he?
How about KBM teammates Chandler Smith and John Hunter Nemechek? They've had a squabble or two this season.
And Chandler runs up the hill a bit into the side of John Hunter, but a nice run off for that 4 truck.
Somehow John Hunter got in front of Chandler Smith.
Has gotten around Matt Crafton, and it is a log jam in the middle of the pack. Stewart,
They really haven't started taking each other out yet. Don't worry. 34 to go. That's coming.
behind him challenging.
And right behind all this mess,
It's been a pretty tame truck race, all things considered.
to go with all the speed he's got. And there's a block. Not to be.
God, Zane Smith, 3 wide. Oh, he got fucking stacked up there. And the 15's running all over the 52. And Haley Deegan's getting fucking doors slammed by literally everybody again. Because of course she is.
Just ahead.
I think like 3 trucks there ran into Haley Deegan on the same lap.
Look at Zane get inside the 61 of Chase Purdy.
And wow, does he ever drop down into the corner.
She gets no fucking respect.
16th spot. We said it would be a stretch to get inside the top 10. He's headed towards the top 15 right here.
That's Tanner Gray in the 15, just ahead of him.
Tanner's had a rough night, hasn't he? But is able to stabilize inside the top 15. Good run so far for that Jerry Baxter-led truck.
Reason's going to move Kligerman out of the way. Inside.
I wouldn't bother blocking the 38. He's got like 50 lap fresher tires than everybody in front of him. And these fucking dickheads are going to block him for 15th and cause a problem.
You won't miss a thing every lap.
Yeah, 30 to go. Byron's got 0.8 of a second on Sauter. Busch is about a second back. Chase Purdy blocking DiBenedetto. Run him on the curve. DiBenedetto had no choice. He had to hit him to make the fucking corner. Well, they're racing hard back here. Like I said, they're not really running into each other properly yet. It's coming, though. Here comes Kyle Busch for second. I know Kyle's probably still going to end up winning, but I'm surprised he didn't just come out here and blister these fools tonight. He hasn't shown yet that he's got a winning truck, but he's in the hunt. So, still plenty of chances as long as you're restarting in them front 2 rows, especially on the inside like he is right now. You're going to have a chance. I saw they were running a cup car on the Bristol dirt track, and it looked way better than last year. There was like no dirt flying out from under the car. It generally looked a lot better than last year. They learned a lot from last year. What last year was definitely not perfect, but I didn't think it was like horrible or anything when they ran the dirt track. Could have been better, but it was a first time for a cup car on dirt since like the 70s. Well, I love when they show the NASCAR commercial during the NASCAR race. Like we don't know what we're watching.
25 laps to go and counting, and it doesn't take long around this short track here at Martinsville, especially when you've got clean space in front of you, as the 7 of William Byron does. Byron has been out front for 70 laps, and right now he is leading the charge by more than a second. Johnny Sauter, and then a trio of KBM trucks, Kyle Busch, John Hunter Nemechek, and Chandler Smith filling out the top 5.
Byron's driven away by a little bit more. It's over 1.3 seconds now with just 23 to go. You know there's going to be a late restart, though. Rhodes just passed Crafton for 6th.
That's for 6th.
God, I'd love it if this just stayed green. I really would. Zane Smith into the top 10 on his fresh tires. Yes, I'd really like to see this stay green now. Zane Smith is top 10. And I know he's better than every truck in front of him up until he gets to about 3rd place.
Tires, and thought for sure that might give him a chance to get into the top 10. Not likely a chance to win at that late stage, but how far up can he go?
Well, he's very aggressive on entry, and I think the spotters are all calling down and saying if he gets there, you better let him go, because he's going to dive in. See if he can do the same thing to Majeski here.
Camping World, 20 to go. 20 laps remaining here at Martinsville.
Just ahead, Grant Enfinger just looking for a solid, normal night. Been a bit of a tough start to the season for this.
20 to go, coming to 19 to go. I think Byron's going to catch lap traffic if he's not already.
And what does that do for him?
You just have to balance what you got. He's charging so hard. He's trying to get to the finish of the
And I
race.
promise I will not buy any fucking diecast cars this weekend. I promise. But I'm still going to go look like a goddamn idiot.
Him complaining about the brake.
And then try to guilt trip women into giving me money for... I'm kidding. I only did that twice.
And with, as we mentioned early in the show,
I got 2 girls to buy me diecast cars once.
a long time to go until the playoffs.
Regretted it ever since.
Still, for security purposes, you'd rather be above that line. And with a good solid run today, Enfinger's going to be in a lot better position as he's inside the top 10 again.
And we know this is too good a team, too good a driver to stay down there holding that couple line for long.
Rhodes and Chandler Smith for 5th. Rhodes showing the bumper. Getting that 18 just a little loose off of 4. Not much of a hit, just nudging him. And he takes 5th place with ease. Like I said, Rhodes and Zane Smith, if they were up here with Byron on a restart, you'd see it one hell of a race.
And a nice job by Chandler Smith recognizing that.
Rhodes might get his chance. Zane Smith probably going to run out of time.
Both of them spin out, but he realized that Ben Rhodes had chased him down, and with 15 laps to go, he was going to beat his rear bumper off if he had to. So I think a heads-up move by Chandler Smith.
Ben with another solid day, defending series champion.
And this would be his 4th top 5 of the season in 5 races if he stays in this position or improves it at all.
I think William Byron opens up a 3/4 of a second to a second.
Well, Michael, with 13 to go, I'm going to go ahead and jinx myself and say I made a pretty good pick today, regardless of what happens.
Solid run for both of these guys.
Ankrum rooting Derek Kraus out of the way.
Problem with a little bit of contact.
And Kraus is going to hang a left. I'm just kidding. I like these kids' logic of you can't nudge me out of the way without me hooking you into the fucking wall.
Friesen just looking for an opportunity, and Matt DiBenedetto there in the blue and white 25 would jump on a chance as well. Creeping in, closer to 10 to go, no pressure. Byron still leads out front by a second.
Come on, get these laps over with so I can take my meager little $8.
Beside Kraus.
Remember 52, if Friesen went for a spin a little bit earlier, and here comes
My little meager payday.
to the bottom.
Boy, if you just get up off that corner a little bit.
Eighth of an inch is what we've been told.
That's what we understand, yeah.
So hard, though.
Maybe I need to start buying the 164s. The 124s I love, but goddamn, they cost too much. Maybe I can start collecting the 164s. I'll consider that.
Nemechek runs fourth.
I just love those 124s, though, man. It was an addiction, a hyperfixation for a few months last year. But I got a lot of the ones I wanted, so I've calmed down since.
Nemechek, pretty daunting task.
Now, half the time, I look over there and regret that I ever bought any of them.
Kyle Busch.
And how much do you rough up your ball?
But they're cool.
Check out this right front brake rotor, or left front.
9 to go. Coming to 8 to go. We're single digits.
There is. And that just doesn't help the handling.
8 to go.
That tire blows it up and the truck.
One for every $1 I'm going to get out of this. If it stays green, it's an anticlimactic finish, but at least I picked a winner if it stays green.
And a good season for Stuart Friesen as well.
Can't believe Sauter has held off Kyle Busch to stay in second.
That he would like to get tonight just inside the top 15.
I don't know how that happened.
3 straight top 10s coming into this race, and they've been solid. But not quite as good tonight. But as you said, they got spun, and that cost him a significant amount of track position, or we probably see Friesen well inside the top 10 at this point.
I'm going to need to go to bed after this.
Mind their business. Don't be calling these spins. That's going to bring out a caution where we have to go battle for a late overtime.
If there's no yellow, I'll be shocked.
Right now, like you mentioned.
Even with only 5 to go now, I'll still be shocked.
Going in the right direction.
Amazing job by William as a driver, but we have to give a lot of credit to Bono Mannion, Mike Ricci, the guys that.
The 7 truck should have 2 wins in a row now. Because Bowman should have won Coda. If it stays green, Byron's going to win this. Fucking Spire Motorsports, a winning organization. They should have 2 in a row.
And Byron in your trucks, for sure, as you see William there, and a lacked vehicle between he and Sauter.
Kyle Busch was just a non-factor tonight, even though he ran top 5 the whole race. 3 to go.
We predicted not only he would race on Sunday, he would win on Sunday. Just that much talent from the first time we watched him race a truck.
3 more laps till I can say I made $13 tonight.
Byron down the backstretch, and as Phil mentioned, you just don't want to caution right now if you're William Byron.
2 laps to go.
Restart and take the chance of somebody getting you. 2 laps remaining. A mile left for William Byron.
Just let me see that white flag. Then these guys could.
Yeah, like I said, if I see kids sitting next to me tomorrow or Saturday night, I'll know. I'll try to look good for TV.
Bono Mannion and Rudy Fugle on top of the box. Guiding the
1 to go. We've made it to the white flag.
the final lap.
Show me the money, William Byron.
He's run any sort of regularity with
Not the most thrilling conclusion in the world, but I did pick a winner.
7 times. He is back tonight.
William Byron on a computer.
William Byron wins at Martinsville.
Byron wins. Sauter second. Kyle Busch third. Nemechek fourth. Ben Rhodes fifth. Can't believe Sauter finished second. Zane Smith ends up ninth. Very disappointing for him. Well, Willie B's Rudy Fugel fucked Willie B over at Richmond last week, but Bono hooked him up here at Martinsville. Way to go, Bono. Maybe he should be the fucking crew chief of the 24. Nah, Rudy's a great crew chief. I just don't know what the hell they were thinking last week.
He didn't even start racing till 2012. I mean, it's, you know, he showed up on the scene in the Truck Series in 16 and batted off 7 wins.
Oh, and they're doing the whole seizure. Oh, man, that's cool. Whoever wins this weekend, Martinsville's going to do the seizure lots thing. I'll get to see that in person. Whoa.
I don't think so.
They're doing the whole seizure lot celebration.
I've told this story before. He went to high school with my daughter. And she called me one day and she
To
said,
think it took them that long to put up lots at Martinsville.
I said, well, it's a little too early to tell, honey. And after he ran about 2 truck races.
And that race was under 2 hours. Very nice.
Really good.
Yeah, it didn't take long to see the talent of William Byron. Which we mentioned a little
Thank you for the money, Michael. It's not much, but we picked a winner.
Run the Cup car again here Saturday night at Martinsville.
I can't wait to watch those Cup cars here. They're built for this race. Absolutely.
Big old brakes, a lot of grip on the exit. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
That might be one of our contenders right there Sunday night. I would guess it would be.
I said Truex or a Hendrick car. I really like Byron.
Our team.
Saturday night. I might go Byron.
NASCAR coverage.
I don't know.
Cameraman Jake Blau down there with Regan and waiting for William to get off the helmet. And we'll hear from the winner, his 8th Truck Series victory. And he did it in style tonight here in Martinsville, Regan.
William Byron, 8th career Truck Series victory. I gotta tell you what though, not many of them looked as dominant as this one. You hop in the truck from 32nd to 1st, it looked like a perfect night.
The fact that he started 32nd, they should have made him at least like 12-1 or something, these fuckers.
I never won a race at Martinsville and struggled here when I was in late models and
Finished second here in 2019, Willie B. You're going to win Saturday. Relax.
great truck, HendrickCars.com, Chevrolet, thanks to Spire, all the guys back at their shop. You know, they don't have a lot of guys, but they do it right, obviously. So it was fun to work with Bono. Had a little help from Rudy. Obviously, he knows the trucks really well, and yeah, just awesome. Thanks to Mr. Ace for letting me come do it. Cool to get the win in his paint scheme. And
Can Haley Deegan go slap Johnny Sauter now?
William Byron, your
Or
winner
kick him in the
at
nuts? I don't have a bet set for Xfinity or Cup yet.
And home second place here at Martinsville. What more did you need there tonight to get the win?
I told Joyner today, I said, don't listen to me when I give you feedback on the first run, and I called for an adjustment, and I shouldn't have. I thought we fired off tremendous, and just got a little too tight there in the 2/3 mark part of the corner. So can't thank all the guys at Thorsport. It's a brand new Protect the Harvest Toyota Tundra, and first in-house chassis, in-house body for Thorsport. So to come home second was pretty solid. Joyner and Bud, those guys are studs.
Would it be funny if Brian Deegan just came into frame and knocked Johnny Sauter out?
Just needed a little bit more turn.
I always daydream about a driver giving an interview and somebody pissed off just comes up in the middle of it and just cracks him in the face.
And when will we see you again in the truck?
Hopefully sooner rather than later. So if it's going to run like this, it's fun. So I'm hoping Texas.
Second place.
So Sauter's not full-time this year? That's news to me. I didn't even know that.
As we talked about throughout
Haley Deegan's yelling at Lawless Allen. Hit him! Hit him, Haley.
They both finished inside the top 20, Vince, 19th and
All things considered, she ended up with a decent run, but she should knock this dude's head off.
There's a lot of that on a short track, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now go slap Johnny Sauter. She should run up and down pit road knocking the shit out of people as much as she got run into tonight.
Put Haley in the outside.
And she didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, and I want to, in Johnny Sauter's defense on him calling for an adjustment that he told Junior not to let him call for, he warned Junior. He said, don't let me make any decisions.
I will enjoy the races. Looks like we're going to have good weather. That was always my biggest concern. When I'm traveling farther than, Charlotte Motor Speedway is like an hour and 15 from here. If I go over 3 hours to go to a race, weather is always a concern. So please don't rain it out.
Just with John Hunter Nemechek, really feel like the team's starting to round into shape right now?
Yeah, I definitely feel like we're starting to get some momentum back on our side. Definitely wanted to win tonight, but overall, a really solid finish for a Mo 1 Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. So we haven't changed our process. We're just believing in it and sticking with it. And to have a second place at COTA and now come home with a fourth, I guess it is, something like that, is starting to get a little bit of momentum. So just trying to run up front more and more. We've been fast. We've had the speed, just haven't had the finishes to start the year. So hopefully we get some more momentum rolling on our side leading into Bristol next week and then into the summer stretch.
Fourth place finish here tonight for John Hunter Nemechek.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be long until.
Okay, well, that's. I was hanging around for a Kyle Busch interview. I guess they're not going to do one, and even if they do, I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. So, see you this coming week. I'm going to stream video games when I get back from Martinsville, but the only race stream for the next little bit is going to be the truck race next week because I'm not going to the truck race at Bristol. I'm just doing the Cup race. So, anyway, good night, and I'll see you on the other side.